and started my recording. Give me a moment.
Oh, yes, it actually is appropriate that we do the clap thing because I'm only doing the stream side. So we're syncing that up. I guess let me know when
Okay,
you're
well,
ready.
you kick us off.
All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, good. In the eventual day. So if you, I guess when you pop up my stream. So this particular one, I just kind of got lucky on. It's got a 505% weapon damage boost with a default of 454. And then on top of that, it has a 10% crit damage bonus. And then it's got the reload speed bonus as well. So I basically, it fires, DPS wise, it's actually more than a butcher until you get like a butcher that's level 40 something, that's the only thing I replaced it with. But yeah, it just mows down all the enemies at close range without any question. I don't really know if I want to run 2 pistols, but the Tor Gratifying Breeder is actually a good pistol. Maybe I might end up
pistols are the best weapon in this game.
I might replace the champion, which is another Jacob's shoddy. Like all the other, like they had to do stuff to make the Jacob's guns more viable, so they gave them some of them elemental damage.
Oh, that's silly. They should have just tripled the damage.
Well, that's why most of them have like pretty much all the Jacob's guns always have like crit damage bonuses, like that one pistol I gave you. Like that's like the that pistol I gave you was like one of the in-game DLC like rewards. So I was like, yeah, that's neat.
I swear, I hate this fast travel once you get to the planet level because it never tells you which checkpoint is closest to the marker.
Well, the last thing we were talking about when we were playing this was the do DLC. That's why I brought it up.
I mean, do you want to do a DLC and not beat the game, or do you want to beat the game?
The DLCs aren't really that long.
We've played. Oops, I don't know where we're going.
And they're actually a little more. They're a good deal more interesting, in my opinion.
Well, it's been about 12 months since we started playing Borderlands 3, or 12 weeks, excuse me, not 12 months.
I'm about to say it's like, huh? Where'd you get this time?
If we're going into like the halfway point now, as you said, the mid game, then presumably we've got another 12 weeks ahead of us, which is about half of a year of playing Borderlands 3. I don't want to play Borderlands 3 for half of a year. So if we want to beat the main story, we can do that. But if we're taking sidetracks, we run the risk of never beating the main story. So like,
I almost rather
now you know
just play the DLC with you and not do the main story. Because the main story is just so dry. But all the DLCs are actually kind of interesting.
I'm okay with that. Like, you know, however you want to get it through, but I'm not playing Borderlands for half of a year. I'll play Factorio for half of a year. You know, that's my jam. But I don't love Borderlands 3 enough to do 6 months of it.
I mean, I'm totally fine with just like we got the last little vault things that we really needed. The only ones like I want to have is like the even if we had done the Tannis stuff, the other things. Well, you can actually use that the fast travel, really? Oh wow, you can actually just click on those.
Well, if you want to do a DLC, then I'll let you choose one for us to start off with today, so we can get started.
I think the jackhammer. I think probably the handsome jack one. I would say the one I did with that gunny out there, the Hammerlock Wainwright DLC is probably the weakest of them. Like the environment's kind of drab, and everything. But I think that the two best ones are actually all the other three are actually all pretty good and interchangeably good with each other. What are you feeling? Casino, Psychos, or Western?
I'm not a big fan of the whole Psycho Wasteland aesthetic. So
no, so like in the DLC, it's Psycho Fleshland. So everything is like you're on like it's Fleshland Psycho.
I'm sure in my eyes it'll just be another Wasteland.
So Fleshland, Psycho, Western, or Casino?
None of those speak to me, so I'll let you choose.
Really? Come on, pick one.
You have decision problems, man.
No, because I'm
You
also using the decision that we make here to determine which DLC I play on my other character.
you are the person who knows these DLCs, so I know you'll pick a good one for us. And
Oh, my
if not,
lord.
you picked one that you knew.
That's which one I
I don't want
knew.
to pick one, and then you end up being like, "Oh yeah, by the way, this DLC was the worst of the three." I think you didn't like
All right, we're gonna do the handsome
Borderlands
jackpot.
1 or 2 or something.
We'll do casino.
All right, so I've got a confession to make. I don't remember like anything about Handsome Jack.
I mean, we didn't play pre-sequel. I mean, we saw him a couple times in Borderlands 2, but honestly, we probably should have played pre-sequel.
Yeah, I mean, he was like obviously talking to us a lot in Borderlands 2, but with us talking over him
Yeah, but you
most
talk
of
to
the
him
time,
like constantly in Borderlands.
is he like a character that you play alongside in
Yeah,
pre-sequel?
so he's basically the Lilith of a pre-sequel.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then,
That's interesting.
so we are going to go talk to one of the doppelgangers of Handsome Jack, and he was one of the playable characters in pre-sequel. And he's actually a really fun playable character. So
Oh. The marker changed. Did you set the main quest, right?
yeah,
Or the
so you
active
can
quest, I
use that
guess.
unless you wanted to see the casino from the outside.
I guess I can come up there real quick. I'm already here. Oh, it's a diamond. Cool.
There, enjoy.
It's just called like the Jackpot Casino.
Yeah, the handsome jackpot. It's in the quest
Oh
mission
yeah,
thing.
I see the handsome part now.
Oh yeah, that's why this one was so good. I didn't use it for very long because I leveled up like so fast. You see this gun I got?
Nope.
So I shoot it,
Like,
and I shoot it on the
stand
ceiling,
away from me. I can't see it.
and it shoots when you hit
Oh,
enemies.
it's a grenade launcher. Cool.
And so it can stick to enemies that are near other enemies and grenade launch them.
I have no idea where this marker is. It's in some location I've like never been to.
Oh, it's the drop pod thing.
Isn't the drop pod in the back of the ship?
You know what? At some point, you're just got to learn how to navigate. It just has to come around eventually.
I can assure you I'll beat this game without ever learning it.
I mean, you can. I mean, I would say the Asteria hub world is actually even more confusing than this area, but that one just has like an internal fast traveled system. Always stopping at the vending machines.
Yeah, I'm trying to clear my inventory before we start something.
That's what I'm like
Have some
I
junk.
go about it, and I'm just always like hitting the move the trash button when I'm managing my inventory. If I got pick up too many items, I just like do
I'm
that
good
real
now.
quick.
Is this where the drop pod is? Oh. You got like fireworks?
It does have a fireworks like sound effect now, doesn't it?
It kind of looks like it a little bit. Oh, okay, no, not really.
We got
Does sound like it though. It's a pre-render. Yeah, that's a pretty good face. Some like Gary's Mod stuff right there.
For some reason, my game audio isn't being picked up by OBS.
Sounds like a problem.
Yeah, I don't know why. It says selected.
I do like this style of music, though. It's like electro swing. It's good music.
Most opulent casino.
Everyone has like the posture and movement of a zombie.
You're never gonna want to leave.
Jack's dead, but he left some things behind. I want that casino. Ready to bring down the house, sugar?
Were we sitting for that one?
Are we what now?
Were we supposed to be sitting for that one? So yeah, this is supposed to
I have no idea
be
what you
an
mean.
Ocean's 11 style heist on a space casino.
I see. I didn't realize this game had a robust stealth system.
I said heist, I didn't say stealth heist. We're gonna go loud and explodey. That's for sure. A VIP experience? You don't want to... Wait, hold on. You didn't even look at this dude. You're gonna pay him money?
Nope. Nope. How do you find this guy? I did not even see... Like, I walked over here, didn't even see him. And like, you're like, hold up, wait a sec. I turn around. Where did this dude come from?
Oh, good. He's paying
He wasn't
for
here
it.
a second ago. Let me search everything. What happens if I fall down here? Is this a secret? No, of course not.
Wait, you just died doing that?
Dang. Let's get out of this room. This room's deadly.
Keep Sanctuary away from the casino before we all become permanent guests. Jack's idea of a good customer was one that couldn't leave. At least those had
Does this look like Grey Wasteland to you?
Jack was a tyrant, and a bastard to his core.
Uh,
The only thing he loved more than himself was looking on
not yet. Well, actually, a little bit with the, like, metal. Like, what's up with this crappy metal?
Oh my lord. Do you go into a Monster Hunter and say, look at this crappy wasteland?
Dude, Monster Hunter's got some good aesthetics. I like Monster Hunter.
Oh my lord.
It's not like crappy metal and wasteland everywhere, you know? That's just really not my thing. Like, you know that new Doom game?
The Dune
Have
Awakening.
you heard about that?
I have heard, but I heard it also is just a grind fest.
Well, I mean, survival crafter, and apparently it's made by the same people who made Conan.
Yeah.
You ever played Conan?
I seen but I seen I saw their Steam page when I was talking about the game. But
Yeah.
what were you gonna say about it?
Well, I'm just saying that because they made Conan, and you call it a grind fest, that's probably pretty accurate, because it's exactly what Conan was. It's a fun little survival crafter, but the Doom game I hear is it's similar in style, but I don't really particularly care for it because guess what? Doom takes place in a wasteland, so you know.
Immediately, it's just like, nope, can't do wasteland aesthetic because
It's just
that's
like,
the
I've
only
already done
aesthetic
that.
that's been produced in games over the last 30 years.
That is what it feels like to me, dude. I'm just like I'm burnt out on wasteland.
That's kind of why I picked this one for you. Maybe casino aesthetics and doing a heist mission will be a nice breather of fresh air.
Why couldn't it be like marble though? You know?
It is marbled. It's metal marble.
There's like cracks everywhere. If this place is run down, I can accept it, but still, it's like, why is everything run down in this universe?
It is supposed to be run
Why
down.
can't we
It's the whole gimmick is that like the casino got abandoned and that we're trying to like get into the vault that
Oh.
was left behind.
Yeah. Well, they did give a good impression of that, so you know, for what it's worth. It's just, why do we always got to show up when everything's abandoned? a pistol.
Oh, you still have your butcher?
I guess so. I just kind of scrolled and now I'm shooting with it.
I'm surprised it's even level enough.
It's like, what, 24, 25 or something?
I thought we got this like level 16.
18? Oh, yeah, it's 18. It's still pretty good. Not good enough. I'm telling you, like, you don't really need to change guns that often. They keep throwing guns at you anyway, so you kill them.
You have to actually get good guns, though. Most guns are
That's
not
true.
really good.
Yeah. That
That is something I kind
of
wouldn't have minded in mod-wise. It's like kind of a Nuzlocke sort of situation where it just makes you use the next like gray weapon or something, and then you're just limited to like grays and greens and occasionally blues.
It actually would be kind of cool if it like forces you to use the next weapon that drops or something, and like you just don't have a choice. That would be pretty cool. Only on like a second playthrough, obviously.
Or just like a speedrunning style character that just can be deposited. Just like it's its own separate game mode.
Yeah, I mean, it'd kind of have to be.
I always find myself even like thinking about it, it's like why would I ever bother switching off of my legendary? It's still like decently good for the most part. If I have enough bullets, pretty much anything dies.
Yeah, and one of the unfortunate things with this game, the amount of legendaries that drop is so many that you don't really have a reason to ever use the gray weapons. Like, you just never do. I don't think I've used a single gray weapon in this game since the beginning.
Yeah, but it's the same thing with Borderlands 2 when we were playing that, and even probably Borderlands 1. Like when we had the
I used a whole lot of purples. I didn't get very... I got like 2 legendary weapons throughout Borderlands 2, so I didn't really have that. They're like properly rare.
I do actually have a story about this DLC. That's kind of interesting. If you care to hear.
Yeah, what's up?
It has nothing to do with the DLC, but this was the DLC I started playing the day I got let out from Ark.
Oh, bringing back bad memories.
Yep. Yeah, I was like, I just like, why was there something about like I didn't want to like play this DLC again? Oh, it was because this was when I got laid off from my job.
Yeah, like repressed PTSD there. Dang,
And I even
that's
like I think it's still actually the title of that particular video. Of that particular stream was get laid off or whatever, and it's like,
oh, dude.
and actually
You
it's
streamed it too?
yeah.
That's brutal. Well, hopefully this time it'll be a little bit better. Instead
So-
of bad memories about being laid off by your job, you'll just have bad memories about me complaining.
Yeah, that's always a concerning and reoccurring theme with these, and they those complaints do kind of emotionally weigh in after a while.
Come on now, I don't actually complain. I critically overanalyze, but they're not like actual complaints most of the time.
At what point is that line drawn?
I suppose in the point where I really mean it, and I'm adamant about my opinion on it.
After Jack died in the casino went on lockdown, Brooksy was all pockets, and I saved his life. He's lucky I came along. You better give that jabberfoot back or he's going. Hey guys!
There's supposed to be a subway connecting all the parts of the casino. Doesn't appear to be working.
Oh, I have no clue what the story's about, by the way. Aw, man.
You played this like, what, second or third time playing the DLC?
I've only been able to play the DLC once each. There's
You
like,
don't have any idea.
I was also once again just listening and vibing to the music.
Oh, it's one of these.
I have a thing for you. There are some cosmetics for you.
Is that an emoji?
An emote. That's right. There is actual emotes in this game. Did you know?
It does not surprise me at all.
I think you push Z.
Given, you know, the whole main story.
I think you push Z and you get a wheel pop up.
I'm gonna get like 3 of them. Where's my Fortnite dance? When was this game made again?
2019 is when it was released.
When did Fortnite become popular?
Wow, like
Did not keep
mid
up with it.
2018, I want to say. It's been a minute. Like there are kids now, 6 and 7-year-olds, who weren't even around and play that game, and now are.
Yeah. Like, I know people meme on it with the kids playing Fortnite, but actually they do.
I mean, it's so wild that it's those kind of craft survival games that really did it, and that just combined the craft survival with the first person arena setup.
It's like zero sort of craft survival.
There's
craft.
There's craft parts. That's what I'm getting at. Is that the mechanics of craft, like the craft survival separately, became their own thing. And then we saw these like rise of like the arena shooter along with the PUBG style. What is that style even called again?
I don't know, MOBA or something.
No,
Was MOBA what a League of Legends was? I don't know.
Yeah, MOBA's what is League of Legends stuff.
I always forget it. It's an unimportant style to me.
I'm so used to this gun being in the second weapon slot.
Sugar, I'll be forward. This heist, it's personal. Jack and I were an item, briefly. Back then, I dreamed of opening a casino. Jack even promised to bankroll me, but he turned out to be a psychopath, and calling the breakup messy would be generous. He stole my designs to build this place, and taking it back is my way of scratching him out of my books forever.
Wait, did you leave the game or something?
Huh? I'm still here.
It's weird. Just said that we both joined the game again. Does it say that every time we change locations?
Yeah.
Oh, didn't even notice.
Yeah,
Kinda
the load screen
weird.
was a bit longer than normal.
Does it like disconnect us or something every time we go to a new location?
Alright, so this is our main bad guy of the DLC. Is Pretty Boy. He's one of those
This
tinks.
bouncer bot?
Another guy's talking right now.
Is that the bouncer bot? I mean,
The guy talking in the corner of your screen.
no.
That man's all teeth. Almost a word he said.
Don't have anyone in the corner of the screen, but okay.
Sounds. I like the music really quiet. Yeah, I'm not really used to talking with this game since I'll just like leave on a podcast on the side and then I'm just like zoned in.
Good.
I have started getting a little more in the groove when doing a Monster Hunter though. That one you can kind of commentate on like every little miss you do and all the other little small mistakes.
It helps that it's pretty new to you as well.
I did
It's sort of
notice
hard to have first impressions on a game like this where you've kind of gone through it once already.
There's Jack's tower.
Yeah. It's not can't be like, oh, look at this big world. You can see Jack's head. Oh, man, I'm going to shoot
dude.
his head. Look at that.
Well, never mind.
He's got a big head. It's egotistical.
Someone save me from this freaking a-hole!
Oh, that's hard on the eyes.
Which part?
Nothing.
Oh no, no way! Help! Anyone!
A man on the inside could have us.
Yep. Mm.
Why would there be perfectly good ammo in the trash? Why would there be a perfectly good gun in the trash? I'm just kidding. I'm going to toss the gun out and not use it. You know, I never use rocket launchers.
You did mention that before.
Well, like, they made using, like, rocket launchers so difficult in the game. Just in general. So, like, if you want to have rocket launch ammo, it costs a lot, and then firing a rocket, like, doesn't really do much more damage than some guns. So the DPS is relatively low, and doesn't really offer that much.
Can anyone hear me?
Hyperion. Is that like the name of the hotel?
Are you sure you played Borderlands 2?
Well, you're thinking of Hyperion, which is the manufacturer. This is Hyperiol, which is not Hyperion.
Wait, what? What are you talking about now? I don't know what you're talking about now.
What are you talking about?
The
Borderlands
manufacturer,
2.
that's the big sign that we can see on the side. That's what I'm talking about.
No. I'm talking about Hyperiol.
I don't know what that is.
Hyperial.
What is it?
I don't know. It's this holographic sign, which is why I say, is this the hotel?
No, the hotel. This is called the Handsome Jackpot.
No, the Handsome Jackpot is the name of this space station. Although this says Lonely Hearts Club, which leads me to believe that's what the name of the hotel is. So what the heck is this Hyperial holographic sign doing here?
Make up some lore. Have some fun with it. You're a little up to
I guess
30,
it is
right?
the name of the. I guess it is the name of the hotel because there's even more signs that say Hyperial here. How did you miss this?
Oh, I ran in the complete opposite direction. That's why.
Several of them here.
Help! I'm trapped!
I also like how Hyperion has the Verizon logo. Very good.
Appropriate. Scores crit, gains fire rate, reload speed. Alright, I want to start specking to one of the other trees.
Please help me!
Oh, I didn't realize I could be equipping two of those like that. Well, I feel silly now.
Can anyone hear me?
Oh, no. I didn't even spend the darn weapon point.
Help me! I can't get out of here!
It's kind of like a mobster accent.
Don't shoot! This is not what it looks like. I am not Jack. Not at all.
You shoot him. He's Jack. He's lying.
Again, I cannot stress this enough. I am not handsome Jack.
No, he lacks the confidence in his voice. How can that be Handsome Jack?
He's just really good at acting.
Look like Jack, talk like Jack. Yeah, I got injected with some of Jack's DNA, so from time to time I want to strangle kittens. It's a long story, but my name is just Timothy. Look, I know every
Sniper damage, SMG damage, melt chance, insigniary.
No one would be crazy enough to come here. Wait, are you a vault hunter?
That's right. And I want to get into Jack's tower.
Join the club, fuckface. Oh, there's that DNA again. Oh, but you know what? Maybe we can help each other out. This away.
Let's see. Okay.
Doppelganger 21C identified. Hey there, handsome. Winning hand access granted.
Here's some gear for you, pumpkin. All right, now I gotta get my transporter working before that.
Oh, dang. Legendary dropped.
Sends more loaders after me.
Oh, that's a good one. Electric sliding rocket boots. I'll take that. That is home. Ammo refill and ammo return to allies. What did you get out of the drop? Anything good?
Not really. Insulated full body cauterizer.
Bonus
Epic
damage.
artifact.
Oh, weapon accuracy, corrosion resistance. What I really need is a new class mod. And what I have here isn't really fit for my place. I don't even know how to activate my other my digital double. I don't know how to even activate it. There's supposed to be some way to be able to activate it, but I sure don't know what it is.
Doppelganger 21C identified. Hey there, handsome. Winning hand access granted.
Come on, Vault Hunter, over here.
Yep.
Okay, that's Jack's tower. Or at least it used to be. These days, it's Pretty Boy's base of operations. He runs the casino now. A-hole's been trying to get snappy for reasons. Oh yeah, death turrets. Classic Jack. He hated anyone touching his stuff. Stay clear if you want to, you know, not die horribly. Gotta fix this if I'm gonna get back to the hideout safe. Monster's probably sending more loaders as we speak. Idea. Follow this, cupcake. I gotta get that teleporter fixed. Might be a spare part in that room. Take a gander. Oh, yeah, you should take this. Well, corrosive melts away loader bot armor like skin. It also melts.
You'd think they'd scan his face and not a key card
Hands up, Vault Hunter!
if they wanted to know if he was handsome or not.
Arrow bomb sauce was shipped somewhere nearby. It's sweet. It's spicy. It can penetrate 3 inches of steel fucking plate. You know what that means. Detonate that shit. Rain upon that bomb sauce this shit, Vault Hunter. You just made the whole world a little bit safer. And a whole lot more delicious.
Wow. Chose one DLC where my weapons only do much.
I'm sure he'll give me ones.
There we go. Come on back, kiddo.
Really? How am I dead? And the enemy has to be running away right as I'm dead? Like the only enemy remaining is running away.
where'd you go?
Why in the world is up with this combo? First of all, why in the world can I not use my...
Apparently, I still have a level 12 Venomous Hornet in my inventory. It's the only corrosive legendary I have.
Yeah, I got one of those on my my ult, but it's like level 50 or like 48.
Do they just like recycle the same legendaries?
Yeah,
Like,
so
a
like
big
the world
drop.
drop legendaries, like Hornet's a world drop. It just drops anywhere.
Oh, okay.
And then like the
Gotcha.
DLCs all have like a collection of legendaries that they're exclusive to just the DLC bosses.
I kind of assumed that the legendaries would only appear like same level at same point every time. So like, oh, at level 12 at this specific spot, it's always legendary or something.
I don't think so. I think it's just bosses are just guaranteed to drop world drops, and then certain bosses are just guaranteed to have a legend, or just it's just in their drop pool to have a certain legendary.
Yep. Oh, okay, there he is.
All right, put the power whenever right there. Oh,
Huh.
right. That's
Maybe I
kinda
just
clear.
can't
Now, when
use
you
both
wait
at
for
once.
whack, sir, bet you're good at that. Whack. I'm Tom. You get it? 'Cause when you're whacking, you have your and your. Yeah.
Nope.
Now you know what? Jackpot! Now, if you want in that tower, you're gonna need this handsome face. Meet me at my hideout. We'll talk tower. Oh, yes. Orders. Drugs only.
Spender! Maybe I wasn't clear before, and that's on me. I control the debt around here. Every loading you trash, that's more money you owe me. And as long as you're in debt, casino security ain't gonna be too friendly.
Oh, there's an invisible ceiling.
You got to keep people capped down.
Just trying to figure out why I couldn't jump higher. I keep slamming my head on the invisible ceiling. Yeah, it's not too far above that hedge, so I don't think you can jump on the hedge just because the ceiling prevents you from... It's too low, prevents you from grabbing on. You can walk up there, though.
Yo, someone's dropped into the chat. Yep, we're playing the Handsome Jackpot DLC. I have no clue where we're going on this map. Going around somewhere back, I guess, the direction that we came in, and then a little bit.
Yeah, looks like it.
It's not my first time playing the game, but somebody's first time playing the game. Given that we're here level 30, a couple sessions in. Yep. So we got old Timbo here from pre-sequel that we definitely are familiar with. That at least familiar with enough. We don't need much more familiarity of a dude who It was a copy paste of another dude. Such a fun game. Base story is kind of meh, but still fun game. Yep, that's basically what I kept saying. I was like, let's just go ahead and just do the DLC. I think playing the DLC is probably just a better option than going in for the base game. So it's just like,
Does seem to be the common consensus.
It just makes more sense to do when you have Oh wait, this grenade was corrosive. Nope, that was not corrosive. Really? That was just pangolin. Is there anything that was corrosive? That was radiation resistant. Who's got the biggest guns around here, huh? Maybe I should actually just...
Oh, I never forget a face. Especially when it's being worn by a spineless lackey.
Spineless? Dang. That dude didn't ask for any of that heat.
Is Moxie usually 10 feet tall?
Anyone is as big as they need to be when they're... Yeah, her character's supposed to be really tall. See, it's even... Yeah, Moxie's got the biggest guns. So Mose is the shortest of all Hunter, and she's like ridiculously short. So most of the characters like stand like taller than her. But the one tree, the one DLC tree, it gives you Iron Cub. So it's basically like a robot that follows you around, does all the heavy lifting. And I think it's deliberate that Iron Cub is supposed to be smaller than Mose, but honestly, it still comes up to about waist height. If not a little bit higher, chest height maybe. Or it's kind of interesting because Flak is actually is quite a bit taller than all the other Vault Hunters. Like our character's about the same height, but then Flak is the robot guy, so his whole gimmick is that he's just tall and yeah.
Yep, makes sense.
Wanted man.
One thing out of that tower. Once we get in, you and Moxie can have everything else.
What is it you're looking for?
I want to get the hell off this freaking casino. For all the perks Jack gave us doppelgangers, he didn't trust us. So release the Hyperion property. If I step off this casino without getting the override codes, boom! This face gets a lot less handsome. So,
Okay, it would have been great if
recap,
it was leased to Hyperion property instead of leashed.
codes in tower.
Just saying.
Those turrets in front of the tower, they're only the tip of the asshole.
But maybe slavery implications wouldn't be very good.
Yeah, it is functionally what's being implied here. Is that, oh, he had got all these doppelgangers, but it's like a job for life, functionally.
Yep.
Pretty boy has my number, so I'll lay low here.
Study security, figure out who else we're gonna need to get into that tower, and stay
Imagine your
alive,
whole life is basically,
kiddo.
you got an audible book reading voice. Do I? Do I have an audiobook reading voice?
So if he tries anything, go ahead and see how far that is.
I'm looking for the one person who's actually in the chat here who can... Why are you not talking to me?
Well, you talking about me? Not talking
Yes!
to me?
I was asking, like, do I sound like I have an audiobook reading
Oh,
voice?
I thought you were talking to the chat guy.
That was his question.
It's since I don't have the chat pulled up because one monitor. It's kind of hard to gauge whether you're talking to me
I'll show
or
her who's tough.
reading off what someone's saying or whatnot.
So, this is why
You've got a very clear speaking voice.
I need you to pull up your phone and pull the stream up on that.
But my phone bandwidth.
You don't want to ruin your metrics.
Yeah, now that you mention it, that'd skew it pretty bad. You see my metrics.
You're like, I got to keep this phone in pristine condition for the next 10 years, because if I don't, I will fail and die, perish alone in a hole by myself.
Yeah, I don't want to buy a new phone. Have you seen how expensive they are these days?
Dude, so like, I was maybe a couple
Also, I
months
don't know where
ago
we're going
really
anymore.
thinking through, like, it'd be really cool to just go ahead and get like the newer Sony phone and everything. But
Yeah,
I'm
they
like,
got really good cameras.
yeah, so like the one, they'll have the one now. I have the Xperia 5 III. Oh my god, I can't believe Sony doesn't know how to make names for things. Like they really don't.
No,
Like they really don't. It's
that's
like
pretty good,
I don't know. Like it's only I think it was Nintendo that came up with the PlayStation name nomenclature functionally. Oh my lord, would you not? I'm trying to tell a story
Honestly,
here.
I've got a pair of headphones from Sony, and I cannot for the life of me remember its
Oh, that's what
version
actually.
number either.
Yeah, I was about to
so
bring
I
those up.
totally understand.
Because Dankpods talks about that. He's like, Sony can't bring up things. It's like, yeah, I'm not the only one who noticed. I don't feel like crazy. And he I think the headphones are like the X something something. There's some bullshit name.
Yeah, it's like exactly.
It's got like
X,
it's a bunch of
you're right,
letters.
X something something. That's how I would describe it if I had to. But yeah, what about the phone? Now?
So the phones are in this are actually kind of in a worse boat because the phones will be so right now it's the 5.3, but that was like the 2017 model or something like that. It's pretty old model wise. I mean, I keep it in good condition. It still does me great. But even
You
when
should
I
have
was
to if you kept it since 2017.
no, I think I bought it in like 2018. I know it's quite a few
Well,
years
you
old
know,
now.
it's right around
No,
that
no,
time.
it's gotta be more recent than that. I'm forgetting it's 25. It probably had to be like 2020. I would have sworn it'd been 2020 or
did
2021.
Think back, was it before or after COVID? Because that tends to be the
No,
defining
it was
feature for
definitely
a lot of
during
things.
COVID when I got it because
Yeah,
it was because it was 20. I think it was 2021 because I had the OnePlus 6 and AT&T was like goodbye, and so I was like I guess I'm
that
getting a
was
new
the
phone.
last phone. That was the last phone I distinctly remember you having is the OnePlus 6. Because I think that was right around the time I was deciding to get my new phone, and we were having those conversations.
Yeah. So I ended up with that because headphone jack. We'll just
Hey, over here.
ignore that ping. But that was functionally the
Like I said, I had no idea where I'm going.
the reason the reason why I was looking for a new phone, and then there was like a bunch of reviews for like the 5.4 or whatever. But then the reviewers were like, oh, you can go and get the the last generation one for a little less. And so I was like, yep, that sounds like a plan to me. And you can buy directly from Sony. So, oh, that's how that works. I don't get a grenade anymore. Oh, you can swap places with them.
Did you like a new skill?
Oh no, so I got a digital double down there. You see him? I can swap places with the dude. I didn't know that. So it replaces my grenade. That explains how that works. I like that now. It doesn't mean I don't get a grenade, but alright, that's fine. You have to win some, you lose some.
Yeah, that's probably pretty helpful if it draws aggro.
I mean, it's pretty cool that you can swap places with it. So, like, you can put it in, like, a fire area, back away, shoot a bunch of enemies, and then when you get new aggro on you, you just swap places
Is it
again.
like a one-time swap?
Nope, I can
Like
just keep
you do
spamming it as long as it's out.
Nice.
So, like, I just ran up to a bunch of enemies, and now I can just run away from them without having to go very far. So yeah, the story of the Sony devices. So I ended up getting the 5.3 because it was the older last gen model. But mind you, Sony was also making the Xperia 3. And that doesn't include the Xperia Pro, which is a whole separate phone. So they have 3 phone models, at least not the vending machine. They have basically 3 models that they keep up at once. And it's all like they're all like separate models from each other. So it's pretty wild, like no naming convention that they decided to go with. Okay, so Zane's instead of like Mo's like is kind of the setup you have to think more about what guns you have. In this case with Zane, you have to think about your placement in the battlefield. So you're either running somewhere or you're moving around the field in a lot of different ways.
All yours. Enjoy the Vice District, kiddo. Oh, and tell Ember I said hi. Oh, and don't get horribly murdered.
What was it? Oh yeah, so even the naming conventions of the PlayStation are actually janky. And now you might
Is
be
it
thinking,
just PlayStation 1
no.
through
Yeah,
4
that's
or 5?
that'd be far too convenient. There's actually a bunch. The actual like model name of the PlayStations are unbelievably confusing. Particularly
You're
for
not
like
talking about like the dev model, are you?
no, like the actual like release model that's on like the serial numbers.
Oh,
Those
okay.
have like really wacky numbers, and they're just like you. There's no deciphering feature. There's like when you're programming, like there was like a lexicon and a grammatical situation and everything, but nope, not oh yeah, that's right. There's like a bike thing.
Yeah, this is kind of neat. It's pretty new.
Yeah, instead of a fast travel, they just had to do that. That explains why this area was so long to load into.
I have no idea why they would bother programming all of this to use it one time, but I appreciate it.
There's a couple
can't
areas where
do
we go in between the areas to do this as a transition rather than just loading a new area.
Oh, okay. I do prefer that over a loading screen, so that's
Looks cooler,
that's
doesn't it?
nice.
I mean, that's what Borderlands 4 seems like it's going to have is the more of a contiguous
even see
world
you.
set to it.
It's not even like a instance thing. I could actually see you. That's cool. What happens if we go at the same time?
No, it was locked.
Ah, dang. Yeah. Oh, what was it? Okay.
Yeah.
They probably thought about that, and that's why then.
You're like, oh wait, this thing is not single player game. Just put a lock on
Yeah.
it. That'll do.
No, I mean that's typical design, dude.
No clue where I'm
I guess
Simple,
when
easy.
I completely forgot about that, but yeah, when I thought about it, I did play this mostly single player. And by the way, the session is on public open. If anybody in the chat was like, I want to play,
while I had to leave. Didn't
you
wanna
can't.
ping the
You're gonna.
price that was
Oh,
on my head.
it's alive.
But I also maybe didn't tell her I was leaving. Tell her Timothy needs a favor. Tries to light you on fire. Well, I guess that's on me. Pretty boy runs most of the
But yeah, it doesn't last as long. So the Iron Cub setup I have, so it's normally called Iron Bear on those. But the setup I have, as long as I apply like elemental damage, I can keep it alive, and it uses, and I have like perks for using less fuel. And if it gets a kill, it like gets a recharge. So you can, as long as there's combat, you can functionally keep
food, oxygen,
you can functionally keep the Iron Cub out in the field at any given time when there's battling going on. And it's functionally kind of OP because it really doesn't miss. And so its health bar is like massive, and it can regain its health pretty easily. So yeah, that setup is pretty intense combat-wise. And so I actually have to like tell myself not to use it, or else the enemies just die to my little guy.
No, that sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna shoot him. That guy's too big and scary. Oh, yes, on my awesome modes, I got a Whiskotingy Foxtrot as well. That's a shield that's really fun to use. It was one of the shields that comes from Borderlands 2, and it can actually kill you by just holding it. But they fixed it, and it doesn't kill you so easily. Oh, neat. Alright. Let me get them buttons.
What do you think this liquid is?
Piss. It's probably
Some
piss.
purple?
Have you seen what these raiders be eating out here?
Yeah, that's true. You gotta wonder what the Vault Hunter's reading too.
It's probably some garbly. Like, look at this. Oh, it's probably iridium.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's purple.
But it's colored like iridium.
It is, but they have liquid iridium. I don't know if that's
Dang, they were just tourists and just killed them. It was
they were
appropriate, though.
bad-mouthing us. They had to go.
Yeah, they're getting in the way. We had to toss them
Oh,
out.
I actually dropped a legendary. Legendary class mod.
Oh, wait, for you?
Nah, for the robot dude that we
Oh,
killed.
flak. Yeah, my flak's level cap, so...
So what are you in the market for, big spender?
Do you know where I can find Ember?
Ember? Girl's been busy lately lighting pretty boys' loaders on fire. But Trent might know where she's posting up.
You know, it's kind of funny how like all the different impressions of the future for me have like just been entirely ruined ever since like LLMs have come out. Because now it's like, no, they're gonna be like heavily embedded in like everything in the future.
Yeah, so
But maybe
I'll think about
this
the
is like,
robots.
okay, go ahead.
Yeah, all the
Go ahead.
robots that are in all of the movies and TV shows now, like, yeah, they're just LLMs on the back end.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking of every time I see them now. It's like they didn't intend that, but like, you know. So that's why I'm like, here we are, like looking at the people behind the curtain, and all I can think of is like, yeah, that's just like a visual part, and then the actual thing talking to me is just the LLM behind the curtain. It's like that. That's how I'm
Trent
seeing it.
Slut.
Said you could point me in Ember's direction.
Oh, it's a loader
Yeah.
trying to be a red light district robot.
Pretty boy thugs just moved into the
Oh
town.
no.
Oh
I
man,
prepared a gift for them.
it's all kinds of people out there.
And then we speak.
Don't judge.
There's all kinds of people out there. I'm gonna judge. You can't stop me.
Man, he's really just like ran off in some random direction. We gotta go over here.
A tink in the red light district? Don't mind if I do.
We're playing Mirror's Edge now.
Oh, my dude died. Oh, a super raging little tourist.
Give her to pretty boy thugs, if you please. I would like to give
That's what I
them
picture Karens are like. It's just this goofy arm looking. Is he gonna jump at me? You. Shoot the little tourist. Alright, or don't. That tink really suffered from it though. Supposed to be putting somewhere? You gotta... Is that you?
Throwing the grenade, yeah.
Aww. We try to get them to kill each other.
Nope. I already started. You gotta let me in on the game plan before I start shooting.
Oh, so anytime I see those Goliaths, I always like to get them attacking the enemies because when you kill them at the higher levels, they have a higher loot drop rate, and they can kind of deal with some enemies for you in some cases.
Oh. Got a legendary class mod for me this time.
Neat. Let's get you. Oop.
I don't know, I'll check after the fighting's calmed down a bit.
I think that seems something that will explode.
Welcome
Yes.
to the neighborhood, pretty boy. Thank you, Sherry. Now, come.
When the neighborhood is a casino's like garden red light area. Early VIP access. If you would like some VIP access, we can get you some VIP access. Otherwise, it will cost you extra money. Don't do it. We're SpongeBob with Goliath, though. It took me years to kill him in God form and didn't even get purple. Oh, so my dude in the chat, before popping onto here, I was doing the survival challenge thing on the one like Iridian planet, and I was like, oh, I never did it with the true mode on, where the skag at the end is lower level than you and has like unlimited health, so I couldn't even like beat it, even being higher level than the guy in that skag. So I don't know what the deal is with that skag. I don't know why the game was like, you know what, make him stupid. So I don't know if I was supposed to use like radiation to kill, because I didn't have any radiation weapons. I had everything else, but nope. It took me forever just to get through the one health bar, and then I just died.
They know I've got cash in reserves, and I think that's the only thing keeping me alive. As long as I retain a fortune they can't reach without me, I'll be safe. But if I'm gonna keep
Dang.
this going, I need to get back to the games. It's the only way to make sure I can keep the cash flowing. I'm gonna run out of money eventually, and unless I keep my hot streak hot. Luckily, despite the casino going full
Oop,
dark,
got mail
robots and
by the
whatnot
Jacobs.
just kept on manning their stations. Let the games begin again.
No commentary on my Skag adventures. And I can't aim for nothing. This is why I can't play online shooters. I wouldn't be able to ever kill anything.
You're probably better off without it anyways. A lot of toxicity out there, you know.
Well, it's been the reason I had to stop playing things like Destiny, because the game boils down to having to do some PvP stuff after a while. I'm like, man,
really?
that stuff was like, there was a lot of times I guess kind of really regret having like played it as much as I did.
Well, I mean, it was pretty enjoyable and it was pretty big at the time, I'm sure. I personally didn't play it, as you know, but
I will
I
admit,
did hear like a million things about it, which
Yeah.
tells me it must have been at least good in that way.
I mean, the gameplay was good. I mean, Bungie did do a good job at that. They were like their design for that actually did inevitably help them out with the construction of the PS4 controller. So,
Really? Is that what they said?
just Bungie in general apparently had big influence over the PS4 controller. Oh, cutscene. Wait. What about the mobs I'm shooting at? Did they pause as well?
I'm sure it's fine.
So this is us doing the heist thing. So you know the Rick and Morty episode where it's like, son of a bitch, I'm in? The heist episode? Ah, he killed the Goliath.
Ocean's 11.
Yes, we're just doing our own Ocean's 11. Nope, I don't have Iron Bear on. Can't use Iron Bear when you don't have it. Wrong character. Ah, there was a looter here.
I like how my character said I'm not here to fight for once. I'm gonna have to press X to doubt there.
press F to pay respects. Wait, no, press X to push for doubt.
You ever played what was it?
That was yeah, the LA Noire. No, I never did. I know it. I did actually. I had that was gameplay. There's another gameplay story for you. I did play some of it. It was a kind of an annoying game to play.
Oh, really?
Well, like, one of the reasons I could never get into GTA was just like the functional gameplay of GTA is not really easy to get into, and then LA Owners is built on the same framework as GTA, anyways. And so this, like, when you're coming from, it was, you know, like Battlefield was kind of pretty big for me at the time, and then just like other shooters in general. So when you're going from like these kind of high functioning shooters in that regard, actually hurts to cough right now. But so when you go from like these high, you know, motion shooters to like what's essentially on, you know, a track base, you know, walking around character simulator, doesn't necessarily translate too well as fun gameplay. Even if like, oh, it's like a mystery thing. You got to do the mystery thing. What am I supposed to do with that? You know, so that's why it was a bit of a challenge to get into as a game.
I guess that's kind of fair. It also doesn't really seem to be your kind of game, to be honest. It's just like no action for the most part.
And yeah,
Very,
and I couldn't get into like GTA in general. I don't think I did
slow-paced.
more than the first few missions of GTA 5 and GTA 4.
Are you just like not big in open world games? Think about it.
It's no, it's the
I don't think
mechanics.
you
It's
really,
no, it's the game
played
mechanics. I like in that capacity. Like if you want to talk about like good open world, the Infamous games were pretty good, and
Did you play Saints Row?
yeah, Saints Row was really good. I really like Saints Row's gameplay. So like actually, if anything, that did more Saints Row before. I did Saints Row 2, 3, and 4. And what's the other game? Prototype. Oh, that's what it was. Prototype 1
dude,
and
I hadn't
2.
heard about Prototype in a very long time.
So like those, like if you're talking about open world, it's like that's what I think about are those games. Like Infamous was really good. And I really like that open world aesthetic and everything. What was the other one? There was another good one. Unless I'm thinking about it wrong. Yeah, Infamous, they had the 3 Infamous games. But yeah, at the top of my head, like, those are the open world games that I find enjoyable. And I mean that from, like, a gameplay mechanic perspective, is what I'm getting at. Where, like, the functional controls of, like, GTA is supposed to be more like you're piloting an actual person. And so it moves like an actual people. But, like, Saints Row, like, you're moving like a cartoon. You're moving cartoonishly fast. So. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I mean that kind of helps with the pace of the game as well.
It's like those are relatively speaking fast-paced action games with an open world aesthetic, whereas like GTA games like are they're not that. They're meant to be slow and deliberate until you get to like the racing custom maps or whatever that are ridiculous.
Well, we're obviously not talking about that kind of thing.
Yeah, those are
talking about base game, not
Yeah.
multiplayer.
those are an interesting like extension. I want to replace the Oh dang! This thing's got a massive magazine. Did you pick up the Did you get one of the loaded Gatling guns, Jacob's weapons?
Nope.
I
Unless
guess-
it was a legendary.
Yeah, it was a
probably
legendary
picked it
drop. I guess I didn't know if you got it as well.
up. Okay, no, I didn't.
Yeah, once you get the fast travel unlocked, navigating this map is a little better than using the tunnel things. I got some class mod or something on that's giving me like bonus magazine. Oh. Oh, my little double dude died. Actually, I'm gonna have to probably keep my my shield on because it's the only thing I have that's icy.
Is ice good against these guys or something? I thought it was
It's-
corrosive.
Yeah, you want corrosive, but the ice is at least freezing them. That's the kind of thing about ice is like nothing really resists ice. It's just like its whole gimmick is it just does the freezing part. I guess I don't really need to worry about my grenade mod right now. Oh, I was killing these dudes. Oh well. Yeah, I don't have anything corrosive besides that one relic that we had from earlier.
We handed you a weapon right before we started fighting.
Really?
You didn't get it?
Oh, let me.
It was,
Well,
he
you're
gave
certainly
me
making
the
rounds. Even the impound lot was a
defrauding
prime
popular
decision.
just
Not
house.
square foot in this place where you
I might have sold
win
it.
all, or lose
It was just rare,
Once I get
so
Timothy's
it wasn't that
That's
big
that's
of a
probably
deal
why I
really.
ended up selling it.
I'm thinking fountains, statue or two of yours truly.
Oh man.
You'll see.
So I did it. It was abs yesterday, and I also did the side abs today. I mean, laughing is hard, and it's not from any kind of disease.
Yep, working out will do that to you.
That's what's one of like the only areas where it's like when I work out in any meaningful capacity, I get. I want to say like the soreness always gets to me. Even when I do like legs, I guess legs are probably the other area. That's a pretty big area. But like anything arms, I never get sore enough from arm workouts to notice it, or chest really. But for whatever reason, just like abs, anything lower on the body, if I don't do like a good enough workout on it at least within like a week or a half or whatever, I just like suffer kind of at the end of the day. I don't know if does that make sense.
Yeah, a bit.
I just like I don't know how to like relate it to you.
I mean, I understand what you're talking about. I've worked out as well.
Well, like when you get like there's certain workouts when you do them at a really intense level have a weird flavor to them, and so I don't know what you've done on the intense workout before, and I don't know what your definition of intense workout. I'm not like saying like you don't do intense workouts. I'm trying to like find another way. It's like doing like the really hard, stressful stuff, but in the physical format. You know what? I don't have a way of connecting it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's okay. Yeah. Just you can stop there.
Hope you're having a great time at the casino. I'm told you need Form 34B. There it is.
I actually kind of think this area is pretty neat because you're kind of in the exposed area.
Hey, valued guest. You had your required form?
Oh, what?
There must have been a mix-up.
The overly bureaucratic nature is really funny. Your character says this is bullshit. Would you agree?
Yeah. Of course. Oh, they do let me ring the bell several times in a row. That's kind of neat.
I feel like this quest is is benefits from being in multiplayer.
Why? Because you don't
Only
have to
by
do it.
the slightest amount.
Position again for the updated Form 34B version 2.6.
There's a reason the
Do you have a slide effect? I had like little rocket things. Do you have an effect that comes from you sliding on your relic?
No, I think still have that relic you handed me. So yeah, no.
I don't think I gave you relic.
Yep. You did.
Really?
Here's your form.
Now suddenly it doesn't let me press it multiple times.
Just so you know, we do accept gratuity. Cough, cough. Oh, boy, oh.
Okay, it'd be pretty funny if they handed me like a screen. They're like, please, you're gonna see some options. Please choose one.
Oh, so actually, you know that mission I was mentioning earlier with like the it makes fun of like the early access microtransaction games. Like there is like a shoot the option of like, do you pay for the microtransaction or not? I think it's funny, but maybe you had to be there for it.
I mean, do you expect me to burst out laughing at a recounting? I mean,
I need you to recount this event from earlier tonight.
I can appreciate the humor. I'm not gonna burst out laughing though. I mean, come on.
See, I need you to be more exaggerating in your satire there.
You're the streamer here. Okay?
You're the
You gotta
streamer,
be
your
the one
son.
Who's laughing at everything.
You're the one who's supposed to laugh at things. If you don't go, ha, to every single joke, you're gonna die. Your stream's gonna die. Your crowd's gonna die. Your audience, they're already dead.
We don't have time to
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's like some statistics out there that say if you laugh more, you get more engagement. What I find funny is there's one person in particular that I watch. I won't name them, but I've noticed they've been doing a oddly fake laugh to kind of extend things lately. It's pretty grating, but that's what you got to do sometimes, I guess.
You gotta jiggle the keys in front of the kids. Jiggle, jiggle. That's right. So like I always think of this joke. It was that joke I was bringing up there, but the whole premise of it was like the dude was making fun of like, yeah, you know, people are so simpletons these days. I can make a little simple joke about just jiggling some keys in front of you, and it actually like works out in this way he was using it. because of how he's setting it up like a stand-up joke.
Was this like one of your writing room?
No, this was from a YouTuber from like years ago that I used to watch.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But yeah, the joke was dysfunctional, just that, and I always think about it to this day because he actually did put up like 2 seconds of him like jiggling some keys, and like, dang, that's exactly what a lot of the quick dopamine stuff really is. And some of the more recent stuff I hear in podcasts talk about how the dopamine receptors, the way that they're hijacked with the social media posts today, and like why TikTok is and so addictive, is because it's the functional thing with slot machines and gambling. It's this immediate dopamine hit about, oh, try it again immediately. It doesn't cost you a lot to try it again. And here we are at the situation where it's like when you swipe away and you don't get the laugh, the moment you get you go down in the dopamine when you don't get a laugh on like the video, and then when you actually listen to something that is actually entertaining and funny, you're like you get a rise out of it real quick versus like something that's sustained entertainment and that has a big payoff at the end. And so that big payoff is much harder to get to for people who have those receptors hijacked like that. This is why doom scrolling is like such a problem. Is just a result of that hijacking of those basic primordial fluids that go through your cranium. There's no hope. That's what I'm getting at. What in the fuck? $500 trillion? Damn.
You know how they have that thing, I don't know if it's like a rule or a saying, where it's like all links on the internet or whatever, or all sufficiently long conversations eventually devolve into like Nazis or something. It's like that, but for doomerism. How long do you have to have a conversation until you end up hitting the doomerism talk? It's just so prevalent in our culture now.
That's true.
Like,
I didn't think about it, but I mean, we're culprits of such a conversation.
I don't mean it as like a bad thing. I just mean everyone knows about it. Everyone thinks about it now, and I mean most of us experience it. So now it just feels like if you have a long conversation, a long enough conversation with more than one person, obviously, then you're bound to eventually have it.
Yeah.
I realize now that I said more than one person. I mean, if you're not having a conversation by yourself, you're schizophrenic. But obviously, I mean, like, more people, the more chances, right? That's what I was getting at with that.
You mentioned the schizophrenia. I can't help myself when I'm thinking of certain solo conversations because of today's people, like, the headphones on and all the other things.
Yeah.
There's this. You can't almost not tell that people today would have like schizophrenia or something like that because they could just easily like have headphones on. And I'm always thinking to myself, is that dude who's like kind of he seems like he's mumbling, but he's got headphones on. Everything's got a darn mic on it these days. Like, is he actually just in a conversation with a dude? What's
like, I've passed by. I've been in like grocery shopping or something in the aisle, and then another person's like talking to themselves. And I'm like, oh god, is this person schizophrenic? But then you got to take a look at the ear. They have an earpiece in.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know what you mean, man. That's.
And it feels to me it feels like a concern. I personally wish even in those kind of situations. It's hard
honestly talking on the phone or whatever in public's a little rude unless it's necessary, if you ask me. But if you're grocery shopping, you got to call a significant other to figure out what are we missing. No big deal.
Hun, I'm at the grocery store. Did I need milk? No, it wasn't milk I needed. It was carrots. It was carrots that I needed. Well, it says milk on the list. I crossed it out.
But yeah, I just don't care enough about other people's lives to really care one way or the other, to be honest. They can talk on the phone if they want, as long as they're not. Like, I'll tell you one thing that annoys me, that has annoyed many people in life. the people who are playing music out loud in public, and like fairly loud too. There was I told you when I was in Jersey City for quite a while, I drive the train into work.
You drive the train?
And you know, it's the saying that we say when we're writing something, we drive it. If you're new to English. But so I was on the train, and there's this one guy in particular who had the same route as me and was pretty frequently there. He'd have his headphones around his neck, and he'd be playing his music across his phone the whole time. Never made sense to me, but that was his setup. That was pretty annoying. Just kind of be chilling for like 30 minutes while you wait for the train, and this guy's music's just playing. You ever run into those kind of issues, or do you even take public transport?
Not since that trip to DC. And
what about like if you exclude that though?
I mean,
that was
my routes don't have that option. My work is exclusively by car. There's no bus stop. Besides the Bob thing, but that doesn't count. At the end of the day.
They got a couple things around there, but like you said, it's probably just not worth it given your route.
Yeah.
Like, why would you need to take it? You know?
Yeah, we're just so far out of the range of what is in the metro area.
See, back in college when we were working that job together, I obviously had a different location and had to take the bus there every day, so I frequented public transportation quite a bit in my life.
Yeah, a lot more than me. There's been so few opportunities, so.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it is for the most part. I was just curious.
I mean, I can't say I've never taken any public transport. It's just been so infrequent and rare in my life. But I will say, when I was on that Amtrak, they did announce, like, hey, if you have music, you're playing it loud, earbuds or get lost.
Yeah, it's kind of nice that, the awareness is growing. People are kind of not putting up with it anymore. That was a bit before COVID, and while I won't say it was like a new issue, I will say that people have stopped putting up with it a lot more recently, or at least I've seen a lot more people complaining about it.
Yeah, well, there's no reason that anyone should think playing their music is acceptable in that public situation like that. I mean, obviously, like,
boggles my mind. I'd be embarrassed to just be in the way of other people in that way. You know what I mean? That's how I would see it, anyways. But maybe that part of the brain for some people is just missing.
I mean, I hate to be that guy, but you have to agree with you on that. Yeah, those little receptors sometimes just are not properly in place, but we can't know that. It's the same thing with the schizophrenia situation, Like, are they present mentally? We don't know. And it's pretty easy to, dig yourself into a hole with comments like that. It's like, oh, it's you set up you straight for cancel culture kind of deal.
No one's going to cancel you over saying a very popular thing like that.
So this kind of pokes at that neurodivergent thing. Apparently some study was come out saying that more people associate with being neurodivergent these days, which...
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Well, that's kind of what I'm getting at, is that now that if you're in the position of saying that you're neurodivergent, basically like you're an autism spectrum. Like we went from autism spectrum to neurodivergent in 3 years, flat. But now that's you mean
this is the first time I'm ever hearing of that term.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing here. It's now if everybody says they're this particular special criteria, then are anybody in that special criteria condition anymore? It's how can we actually identify ourselves? How can anyone identify in that special category if so many people are also identifying them in that category?
It's just people trying to find another word that isn't offensive, because after a certain point in time, everyone adopts something like that as an insult. People are trying to move away from the insult.
Yeah, we lost the word. We lost the R word. We lost retarded.
Yeah, that's exactly what jumped up into my mind. It's like, no one means it. At this point, anyways, no one means it. Oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't say no one. There's always people out there, right?
Hit the launch button until the countdown is finished.
But yeah, so, yeah, that's just kind of how I see those situations. I do feel like it's a little insultive, though, to take the term nerd and associate it with something like that. Just any kind of condition or anything, because it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And now it feels like,
To me, it's like
if you say
yeah, you're
nerd, you
dragging a
also
whole community.
it's like today if you also say neurodivergent, you also are indicating, like, you know, the special needs of some kind, or
Now, are you saying nerd divergent or neurodivergent?
So yeah, neurodivergent.
Okay, I've been mishearing you then. I've heard neurodivergent many times. I was hearing nerd divergent and was very, very confused.
Well, actually, it is actually a good point that you're
You
bringing
can
up. Like
imagine.
nerds, like that is now like a leading, you know, internal. It's like also an insult to, like, you know, you might also associate nerd with today also being neurodivergent of the sort.
Well, that's what I thought you were getting at.
Yeah,
It's
well,
like, oh, have you heard about this new association? I'm like, I mean, I could see how that would happen, but to me, it's a little insultive to like nerds to kind of be like, here's a subculture,
Yeah.
and now we're associating the subculture with, you know, a medical condition or.
And now I
know,
am actually like
diagnosis or
saying,
something.
oh, you know what? Now that you bring up, that's actually a pretty good point. that actually we're not supposed to be over here. This isn't where actually where the main quest is. This is one of the side quests.
I don't know where we're going. Oh, we were supposed to go back. Dang. It's actually fast travel. where
Oh,
we're supposed
shit.
To be going.
I done forgot. Okay, hold on. I had to go through the mission thing.
Can I drive this right now?
Oh, you didn't push the button. But yeah, so I would say like you could now probably associate like something like nerd or nerd culture in some way with those who are neurodivergent of the capacity.
I just don't think that association should be made, but I'm sure people do make it.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. So it just feels like, yeah, people are gonna make that association.
Are we supposed to fast travel? Oh, never mind. It was pointed to the fast travel because we were in that specific spot. Okay. I see what's happening now.
What? My stereo? It's gone? I've been foiled. Foiled! This must be the work of my old buddy and sometimes nemesis, Rudy Varlow.
We don't have to do the side quest, but if you
Go get my stereo!
Not big into side quests. Like I said, we want to be here forever.
My escape plan is perfect. Perfect! Once I blast off, I just gotta hold my breath for a few hours until I land on a nearby planet. Once I land, I'll find some aliens and convince them I'm a god.
apparently this quest was so beloved, they actually have a part 2 of this quest in one of the other DLCs.
Far be it from me to question a man's plans.
In Borderlands 3?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this the one we're talking to this dude right now, who's not a part of like the main quest. Where the heck is the dang shop to sell crap? Oh, it's at the beginning. That's wait. Can I fast travel over there? Oh, I can. My inventory is full. I need to sell shit. And so to kind of continue what I was thinking earlier, it's like we have this like neurodivergent like thing that has just come about, and that so many people associate themselves in that condition. It's like it's kind of lost its meaning at that point. If you catch my drift on that.
And it just shifts its meaning as they do.
Is that your grenade?
The one that goes into a bunch of them? Yeah.
Yeah, you got a bouncy Merv.
I don't know if it's bouncy.
That wasn't so hard now,
Might be.
was it?
Oh, here's a class mod for you.
Oh.
It's legendary.
Oh.
Here, let me drop it.
Yeah, why is it
Soon as
giving
I
it to your
find
guy?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's always a pain to find them, too. There you go.
That's a good. That's got health regen. I'll take that. I'll swap it out right now.
It's at least on level.
The class mods don't matter that much. Even my on my Moe's character, I still use like a level 29 class mod because it the whole thing is gives me it's percentage based for reduction for extension of my functionality.
Those are a lot of filler words you just kind of stringed along there.
So it's a fuel gauge on my class mod guy, my Iron Cub, and so that's just what it is. It gives me more time with it, so it can stay out longer.
Almost fell off the map.
Bloody hell, you know this thing.
Did you kill the Goliath?
I don't know which
you
one was
did.
the Goliath.
That dude right there who says he's the tourist. Like these are all just rebadged regular mobs.
Well, it's not like I remember. I don't have any of the people's names memorized. That's a bit
Crap
much for me
shoot.
personally.
Crap shooter.
Maybe when I get past Borderlands 4, I'll have some of them memorized.
But they're gonna have a whole new selection of enemies in the next game.
I don't know. I feel like we've been seeing the Goliath dude for a couple of games now.
Nope, it was just in Borderlands 2. I don't even think they even had him in Borderlands 3 or a pre-sequel.
I was gonna say, wait a minute. Now you're just gaslighting me.
Beautiful. The flames dance about with such gentle grace. You are an artiste non pareil.
Man, you know what they need? I'm just thinking about it. That lady Ember, I guess, speaks in a French accent.
Yes.
And, you know, if you think about it, we got like a whole universe. We could really get creative with the accents. I really want to see more people who speak like Gerald, you know? They're just, their accent is just completely illegible.
Well, that's what, they actually had that guy in
Verbally
Borderlands 2. He just was like an old man in a wheelchair. We saw him like twice. And the
Oh, really?
subtitles just say he's speaking old goat Yiddish.
Oh, okay.
We actually,
That's good to hear that they've already done it then.
yeah, we did that mission. Because I wanted you to hear the old goat Yiddish part.
It's been a while.
There's the ship, but pretty boy doesn't intend to enter over without a fight.
Yeah, I still don't have anything corrosive.
Well, that makes two of us. Dang, what is that?
The constructor? We've seen this before.
What
You killed
that
hundreds of those.
noise? It
Which-
sounded like a darn anti-air turret. Well, it's gone now, but that's what it sounded like. Shooting out like 1,000,000 bullets a second. Yeah, there it is. You hear that?
I guess it's the constructor, one of his attacks.
Okay.
Oh, it's
Oh,
the
look,
it's the
Joe Dirt.
I think it's what the character was named after or brought from.
It's got the Joe Dirt mullet.
Wait, is this thing?
You know, I could use an SMG right now.
Is that what you got?
Nope. I don't even have a single SMG. Oh, no, I do. I do, actually. I'll have to use that rare corrosive one. We'll see if it's any good.
I haven't like picked up any corrosive weapons, at least not any good ones. I did get this Polybus that I'll probably switch to, but it's level 32, so that's my only corrosive gun.
Actually, now that we
Polybus.
killed the bot, I bet we're not going to fight any bots for a little while.
No problem. I'll fix him up and reprogram him. But what were you thinking? I know they tried to kill you and all, but it is what they were designed to do. Can't blame them for trying. What are you doing here anyway?
I need something from that
The always lovable Freddy. He's so reliable.
brave fashion choices.
I know. Great, right? About that shit. Pretty boy locked them all down. Used his leverage. But I'm like super great, so I might be able to hack in and free your shit. If you help me out. You know the Larva Bruisers? They're a gang. Soups Dangeroso. Well, they nabbed one of my loader bot buds. Free him and Freddy. That's me. He'll get you in that shit. These freaking loaders are screwier than a psycho and getting worse with every update. Quincy, run diagnostic.
Stop all the clocks. Cut off the telephone. Prevent the dog from barking with a juicy bone.
I can't understand any of this. You're talking like a human, and not even a good human. One of those weird artsy humans.
Weird
Quincy,
artsy humans.
Lose all emotional affect. Analysis.
Analysis mode.
Quincy, buddy, tell your pal Freddy what's going on. What's got all the bots so worked up? What's with all the schmaltzy mumbo jumbo?
Death, sadness, despair.
You can't die. You're not alive. And who told you you could experience sadness? None of this makes any sense. Thanks for
Oh
not
shoot, I'm level
shouting at me
32.
or
I have a
trying to
corrosive
kill
weapon
me or
now.
shaking me, by the way. It's rare.
I guess I'm just gonna have 2 shotguns.
You're new here, so I guess you didn't see how bad it got. I'm talking the lockdown. Jack's dead, lights out, total chaos, people flipped, ripped each other apart trying to escape. But my loader buds, they helped me survive. 7 years. Long time. Glad I had those bots to talk to. Otherwise, I'd be freaking crazy. Bots are way better than people. Never trust a human. Humans are garbage. Bots, though, loyal. Because I program them that way. Plus, they get dinged up. Freddy fixes them.
Wow, okay, this corrosive gun is absolute trash.
Oh, what do you got?
It's the one they handed us right before we had this section.
Still got it.
Oh. Let me see what my guy got.
Well, like you said, you probably sold it.
No, I got the, I leveled up. I'm level 32 now. Oh, yeah. I got the Polybus. The Polybus. The one that has the T-door shotgun that runs around when you have to reload. I'm probably need more shotgun ammo at some point.
Is that what I'm using right now? Yes.
I never noticed his gun.
Oh yeah, that is what I'm using. Cool. Yeah, that's a pretty good gun. That's what I've been, it's basically been carrying us through this section.
Yeah, so I'm still using the Hellwalker. I didn't notice I had a sound effect when you would shoot it. I mean, I guess I should explain. It has like a guitar strum, like electric guitar strum sound effect when you shoot it. I know what that sounds like now. Now that I've spoken the words. As I attempt to drag this segment out content-wise over and over again.
Where are you at? Why are you so
Oh, and
far
I
behind?
was still behind shooting enemies.
Yeah, skip them.
That's probably the only reason we're actually on level with the enemies.
Yeah, we might have to go back to the main quest to level up.
What? We should still be higher than the enemies. Yeah, we're on level with them. Oh, but this thing's just mowing right through them now. that's what your special does now? Like slams the ground? That's cool. You group them up with like a singularity grenade, you can just like get a lot of them at once.
No, it only grabs one, I think.
I'm on fire!
Unless you're talking about like AoE from the slam.
That's the gang. You gotta free my loader bud. Made a bunch of personal upgrades, and those guys want my sweet, sweet tech.
No, you die! I never... Get that bastard right there!
Am I running 2 assault rifles and 2 shotguns? Because I think I am.
I believe it's technically a shotgun.
Your fingers
So,
get
yeah,
tired
probably.
over here.
Aw, really? I guess Hellwalker is supposed to be a Doom reference.
Heads out, win!
You said what now?
The shotgun I'm using, the speed loaded Hellwalker.
Is it a weapon in Doom?
So it's a double barrel Jacob shotgun. So and it's supposed to have like a tar strum, so I think it's supposed to be a reference to Doom.
Yeah, I mean, that is a classic Doom weapon.
Free him. Do it. It won't make any difference. Oh, this is a... You needed a better corrosive gun? I got something here for you.
That was you, remember?
No, I got a corrosive gun now.
Nice one.
Did you need a better one? It's a Vladoff.
Is it an SMG?
That's an assault rifle.
Yeah, I'll take that then.
I guess I gotta load it through my guy.
This is interesting. You got a corrosive shotgun here.
Well, go on.
It's legendary.
Activate your jump jets and fly across.
Oh, I didn't see it on my end.
Right. You
Was it a
Yeah,
Polybius?
it's
Hang on. Freddy's got this.
Abundant Hazardous Trevinator. Is that one any good?
I don't know what's the manufacturing.
It has 2 elements, isn't that like Mally one?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
Mally 1
Mally
shotgun.
one.
You can have it. I don't... Mally 1s
Of
are...
course I can have it. It's my drop. Do you think I was offering it to you? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to give you that impression. It's my loot.
I'm so used to Borderlands being a loot shared situation.
Yeah, no,
I kind of miss those
giving you
days.
some crap.
But then it also did justify
No.
loot duping.
I 100% prefer this level of loot because then it's like, you know, everything you got is for you. Not only do you not need to share it, there doesn't have to be any fights, or you don't have to like... Borderlands doesn't have this particular issue, but RPGs do, where you need to... Like, if one person doesn't get all the gold... Or, let me rephrase that. If one person is particularly fast, they can get all the gold in loot. Which is great if you're that person, but if you're not and you have teammates, then you're just screwing over your teammates, and you have to basically redistribute everything.
I do like how
So it's
Borderlands...
a whole bunch of like logistics that's just not necessary if you do this kind of system.
Yeah, I do like how Borderlands, like, when one person picks up money, everybody gets it. And then everybody's like...
Money's also not that valuable on its own.
And to some extent, it's like, it becomes interestingly more... It becomes like, it's a weird magnitude scale of how more money you have, the more it costs to respawn.
Yeah, it's basically got Oblivion scaling in that regard. It's a shame, but well,
To the same extent, like, it's also money's not that important. Unless you want to buy a gun on, like, the vending machine for that moment.
yeah, exactly.
But usually, nope.
But then again, like very little in this game is important if you think about it. Like everything just kind of scales and inflates. It's like what weapon you're using now is going to be worthless in 2 or 3 levels.
Oh, did you still using an SMG?
Nope.
Oh,
I
okay.
tossed that one that you gave me. It was garbage. No wait, did I actually? Hang on.
I was gonna say relics.
No, I still have it.
Do you have a
Let me
relic
try
that
it.
that you don't want, or you want to replace or something?
What are you really asking?
I have all these relics. Do any of these sound interesting to you? Because I don't really need them.
I've got a legendary relic. Mine's pretty good. Nah, none of these are very good. Yeah, no, I'm good with what I got.
All right.
I think my current relic just gives me... No, actually, hang on. I made a mistake.
Did you want to see those again?
You mind tossing those? Yeah, you mind tossing those down one more time? I was thinking of my class mod, which is pretty good. My relic, I guess artifact is what you were talking about.
Yeah, yeah. Artifact.
That's not... That's still like the initial one that you gave me.
Yeah,
Slide with
relics
corrosive,
are finicky because
slide.
they don't necessarily give you something that's particularly amazing, and sometimes they can.
Yeah, I hate all of these skills. Like it's either slide, melee, or like versus a really specific state of an enemy, like frozen. Like none of those are situations I'll ever hit. I'll never slide into enemies. I'm gonna shoot them from afar. I've got a gun. I'm not gonna melee enemies. I'm gonna shoot them from afar. I've got a gun. I'm not gonna hit enemies with frozen because I'm shooting them with a gun. They're gonna be dead.
Well, that's why you're freezing them. What about the fight for your life one or the ammo refill?
Guess I should take a look at like the other effects.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem with the ammo refills. Is you have to punch them to get the ammo.
Really? That's what it says?
Yeah. Dealing melee damage replenishes ammo, which is a shame. Yeah, I hate all of these effects so very much. Yeah, no, I can't do any of them. Thanks for showing them though.
Yeah, I'm about to sell them all.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, like you could just not have that item and you'll never even know. At least not with how I play the game.
I will see you back at Timothy's hideout.
Hey, you. Real quick. Look, it's none of my business, but I heard a rumor that a vault hunter is looking to break into Pretty Boy's tower. Well, I know all sorts of things about the casino. Secrets. Plus, my program hacks. So Freddy's in.
Sorry? Social skills? Freddy begin?
Lots of Hyperion security. Guy like him could be useful. I'll allow it.
Bienvenue, que le fait Peacock Man.
Yeah, sure. Welcome to the crew, wherever the hell you are.
Right. Freddy's got a crew.
So head on back to my place, kiddo. We got
Mission
one more
rewards,
member of the crew to
8,000?
track down
Did we
before
always
get
get
this
like a little
tower
mission
heist
reward
up
pop up?
going.
That seems new to me.
Nope, we always get money every time a new mission reward has been...
Yeah, but it had like specific UI underneath the minimap.
Nope, it's always been there.
Well, it's the first time noticing it.
Alright. Return into Timbo.
Hopefully we can find a stopping point soon, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm kind of tired of the combat right now.
I'll let you do the fast travel.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to work it. Give me a minute.
Alright, may have also died.
Cannot travel while an ally is down.
I'm no longer down. Try again.
We're good.
The Spindopiticon? The Spindopicon? Spindopticon? Am I saying that right?
I don't know what you're reading.
The location that we're going to.
No problem.
I was looking at the screen.
But you only have the one screen.
Yep.
I swear, Jack never told us what was in the core. He said anyone who went down there would share an intimate weekend in the honeymoon suite with him and a grapefruit juicer. I don't even know what that means.
For all of our sakes, I hope you're telling the truth. If Jack left a secret weapon in this casino, we can't let Pretty Boy get his fingers on it.
This is pretty cool. This relic has temporary invulnerability for 5 seconds when you go below half health.
Oh, that's cool. Like that's perfect time to like launch your special, or you know, just try to get the cover real quick or something.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty decent. But I like the elemental damage boost. That one's just more general, so I'm gonna keep holding on to that.
Anti-soulmate. Just someone you're never, ever, ever going to get with if you tried for 1,000 years. Yeah, do something like that.
Oh, yeah, no, totally. That's what I thought. Forget it. Anyway, remember those turrets in front of the tower? Moxie found a way past them. We got to get down into the station's core to cut off their power. That area
I wish we could just shoot those turrets like all the other turrets. I'm not sure how like those turrets are just so much more powerful than all the previous turrets we've ever run into.
Oh, careful now, you're complaining. Don't be doing that.
First, you're going to need to head through the market district.
It just feels like that's the obvious game design choice here. It's like, oh, just gotta shoot him. Oh, we need a bigger gun to shoot him. It would make more sense if the mission's like, yeah, you know, we just need a big special gun. And it just so happens that there's a big special gun that we can go get. Where it's like, okay, just go turn off the thing. You know. This would be your pausing point if you were starving for one. But it's up to you.
Yeah, I guess we might as well then. I'm really not sure how many more fights I can put up with at the moment. I just get like really tired of the combat pretty quickly.
It's only when actually focusing on it that it gets exhausting. But when I had like a podcast on, I can just like distract myself with that and then not think about the combat.
Yeah, I could see that. You're kind of getting into like the flow when you do that. You're not really focused on the game or conversation or 10 other things like we are.
Yeah, particularly when once you like understand like your character's mechanics. So like I guess I now understand how my character works more so.
Yeah, I could see that. I think it would also be a lot better if I didn't just get done with like 8 or I guess really more like 9 hours of stimulating programming junk. So
I don't see how you could
I'm just
even
like
work
I need
that.
like I need my brain to just kind of like stare at a white wall and just watch the paint dry or something.
I just don't think I can see myself in a corporate environment doing that all day. I would be able to do like 2 hours and just die of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Like even when I was doing auditing work, it was just like there were some days I would do like very little, just enough to get by with everything.
I just feel like a lot of people feel that way, but for some reason, a surprising amount of people are just like they just don't talk about it often. I firmly believe the majority of people believe that. Like that's my firm belief. Because I agree. I'm with you 100%, man. And that's why I'm constantly talking to you about the like potential side projects. But
yeah.
you know, well, yeah, the fatigue too. But that's a separate point. But anyways, yeah. So I'm kind of like tapped out right now. I need to recharge.
Because I noticed when I was just solo playing a podcast, like I was easily going 5 hours. I'm like, you know what? I can do a couple more. That's what ended up happening like Tuesday. Like I did very little on my project this week. Very little. I did like 1 commit to my project this week, and that was it.
I know it's not nothing. Was it a big commit, or was it basically just some like code grooming?
There was just some linting and grooming and hygiene stuff. Very lame.
Yeah. That probably feels pretty bad.
It does. But it's also like, I'm kind of locked until my advisor gets back to me. So, that's just lovely to be in that position. I mean, I probably should.
I don't envy it.
I mean, I already did some of the research on what I need to actually get the next phase going. So I might probably this weekend send him another message to see like what does he think about the stuff, and if he doesn't say anything, I might just go ahead and work on that next possible phase, just in another branch. Yeah, that just might end up being what I ended up consuming my time with. I just can't even picture myself like doing a job that eats up like 8 hours of my day like that.
Yep.
Are you like in a constant state of like grinding away and thinking through the problem, like, or is it just like dealing with boilerplate?
Depends. That's what it is now. There's days that are fast. There's days that are slow. It depends on if you get hung up on a particular issue, which is my case at the moment. If you're not, you can pace yourself a lot better. But yeah, I'm just not having that right now. So yeah, like I don't know. I can feel the mental exhaustion.
I mean, you really do need a new job, just with all that intensity and
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think that there is another job that's like better per se. That isn't me working for myself.
So like, it doesn't matter who you would go work for. Is that you said what you're getting at? It's like,
Yeah.
okay.
Like I don't hate my employer by any means. I quite like the situation that I've got. The problem is just it's really just any work that takes that amount of time out of your day.
Okay.
That's the problem
All
that
right.
I have. But anyways, that's
It was kind of was getting at it. It's like you need a new career.
I need a career where I only work 2 hours a day. 2 very productive hours, but those careers don't exist. Unless you're like CEO or something.
But then the rest of your time is spent doing other things.
Well, you're just in meetings. You get 2 hours of work and then you're in 6 hours of meetings.
And that's the thing now,
That's
is
easy.
that you don't have a lot of meetings.
I'll take 6 hours of meetings if I just don't have to work. The problem is if you have 6 hours of meetings and you have to work, and that's why like programmers complain about meetings, because it's like you get meetings, but the amount of programming you have to do just doesn't change. That's the problem. It's the opposite for CEOs, man. But obviously, I'm not a CEO, so I'm speaking from the grunt perspective. I'd be curious to see like what CEOs say about like the other way around, like what they're saying about the programmers. Anyways. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here.
I'm just cleaning up some enemies.
It's a good session.
Yeah, 2 hours is how I can put into something like Monster Hunter.
I'm just like I'm like what you were saying, 5-hour session with Monster Hunter. That's kind of how I feel. But obviously, that's really only if I'm in the zone, kind of playing single player. I don't know if I could do 5 hours.
I definitely can't do 5 hours
No.
of that game because it's like all these. Sometimes the fights are just like, oh, it flew away. You got to go chase it now, and it just puts
yeah, I
a
know.
brakes on the. It just puts a brake on the entire fighting.
Maybe next time we can do some Monster Hunter together, because there's a couple things I can show you that'll help really alleviate that. Like the Rathalos fight I saw you do. I could tell, like, there's certain things that you just don't experience if you know what you're getting into, which, in some sense, Monster Hunter is kind of hitting those annoyances, so that way you know, it's on the front of your mind next time you do fight something like a Rathalos, like, oh, I better do this or this. So yeah, there's a couple things I'd like to show you too. Also, you're using the lance wrong.
What do you mean? How do you use it wrong?
You're not like using it. I was being a little facetious there when I say wrong.
There's like
or
2 attacks.
exaggerated, I guess. There's exactly this exactly. But they're like the main way that you use lance is you do counters, and you want to kind of time when things hit you with the counters. And you've done a counter a time or two. It's supposed to like keep you snappy, and you kind of pointed it out like one of the issues that Lance has, which is if you attack and you try to get into your shield, there's a pretty big delay. So you can't like block an attack that's incoming if you just attacked or something like that. And so that's what the counter's supposed to solve. So next time if we do hop into Monster Hunter just for a session or something, I'd like to show you how that's done, just because I think it really makes it a little more snappier.
Well, like, I could just play it and you could just, sit in voice or whatever. You don't have to actually join the game.
Oh, you really want to avoid having me in the game? Okay. That's fine.
Well, I'm thinking from the perspectives, like, getting both of us at the same time wanting to play that. It's kind of pretty quick for me just to, like, set all that up. And, well, not even the sense of, like, streaming, but just to get in and just, like, go at it and then not have to worry about... I guess it is like having you in voice would probably be more of a balance than be like, well, we gotta, find a small 2-hour window in like a week to do it.
Yeah, no, that's why I was suggesting it for a session on Friday when I have the time allotted for this kind of thing.
Which is like, if we're going to allow a lot for that, I'd rather just like do Borderlands in that sense. Because like I can, like Monster Hunter is pretty easy to just like pop it on a little thing real quick.
All right, yeah, we can do that. That's fine. But anyways,
I just thought it was more convenient for you in that sense.
No, but yeah, we'll go ahead and end my recording.
Bravo, chérie, bravo!
All right, well, that's a good place to end the stream, I guess. All right, we did a 1 person pop in. Hope they subscribed. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the jazz, the works. And then, we'll see you guys later.